just the power that art has kind of drives me to create, and creativity is definitely something that if I didn't have in my life, I don't know where I'd be or if I'd even be here right now. Okay. My name's John Tommy, and I graduated from the University of South Carolina with a degree in media arts. And since graduation, I tried to look for jobs in that field to start a career, but didn't come up with much luck in the market in South Carolina. So I picked up a part-time job working in retail. Target's pretty stressful. You bend over backwards for little pay. Work is work. Nobody said it was going to be fun. So this is just the only way I'm scratching by right now is by working there. It's tripping and I can't believe how this night is now ending. This is you and me staring at the ceiling, back against the wall, and we're doing nothing but letting life take its toll. We're letting life take its toll. This is you and me staring at the ceiling, back against the wall, and we're doing nothing but letting life take its toll. Definitely a part of me felt that what I create and the music I make kind of would eventually catch on somewhere, and like where I wouldn't have to do any of the work. But that's kind of out the window. Yeah, that's just me being naive, thinking that somebody will hear it and boom, you know.
I was very influenced by art in general growing up, and I did a lot of art pieces in high school, and I really enjoyed it. And so, and not only that, is I really enjoyed reading magazines, and I really liked the layout of them and how they arranged things. And so, I think for me, it was kind of putting two and two together and trying to make art through graphic design. And so that's what kind of led me. My name is Katie Jones, and I'm a student at the University of South Carolina, majoring in graphic design. I work at Carter Todd and Associates, and they put out the Columbia Home and Garden magazine, and I make advertisements for the magazine.
Okay.
It's definitely a little nerve-wracking because you don't know for sure if you're going to get a job, and there's so many jobs out there, and there's so many other people trying to apply for the same job. So hopefully my confidence won't lack as much when I'm trying to find one, but it's definitely a little scary. After I've gotten into the design program and been studying it for a long time, now my parents understand design, and a lot of my friends understand design, and they understand the importance of it, and I do think that they consider it to be a good career path for me.
I'd say my dad had the biggest influence on me. He kind of helped push me where I needed to be pushed. And a funny story, he always said when I was in my mother's womb that he played the White Album through headphones in my mom's belly. Definitely my father. I'd say it was the biggest driving force, and the Beatles' White Album.
I would say when I look back on my life, it really truthfully begins with comics, because when I was growing up, my dad loved the Sunday comics, and that was kind of a thing for us, was to sit down Sunday mornings and read the comics together. And my dad's kind of he can be kind of a serious guy, but the comics always made him really laugh, and I really liked that. And then when I got older, I can remember, you have certain distinct childhood memories. Sitting in my dad's lap, and he would read me Batman comic books that I would pick out. That was a really big thing. So when I look back at it now, I realize that comics really it's really pictures and type. So it was kind of really my first taste of graphic design and illustration. But for me, I went into academia because I figured it would be the best of both worlds, where I could teach design, and then I could do client-driven stuff on the side. but there wouldn't be the pressure of having to work in kind of economic climate we're in right now. I think if you took art out of society, people would realize what a big difference it makes. That said, the one thing that is great about art is that you can do a lot with very little. So as long as you have a piece of paper and a pencil, you can make something. Art is a way of expressing yourself, and I think it's a way of sharing your creativity with others.
Art to me, I guess, would be a form of expression and just kind of how I feel about things, or how I guess how I arrange things in a certain way would be how I express my emotions through it.
I'd say art for me would just be the ability to create things that make you happy, or things that make you sad, things that can develop emotions within somebody.
Here's the thing, when you graduate from college and you get a job, some people will get jobs that are the greatest jobs ever, and they'll stay in that job for a long time. Other people will get jobs in agencies or design studios where they'll be happy for a couple of years, but then they'll get tired of working for either their boss or their clients. So they'll want to move somewhere else new.
But there's always going to be the need for creativity in the world. Without it, it'd be a bore. The world would be even boring. I probably wouldn't be able to stand it.